league's history.
One thing that I've loved about the 2K League is the growth over the years. I know you've been really adamant about growing this to a global level. What is the growth and the maturity of the players? We have veteran players now that people look up to. What does that mean to fans that love 2K?
I think it's just more opportunity. I think, seeing Gen G join the league, seeing now Duke's Gaming, our first team that's going to be in Mexico. I think you're seeing the growth there, opening up Latin America. I think, we'll continue, to grow in Asia Pacific. I think Europe is next. And there's tons of interest in the U.S. So, yeah, I think the sky's the limit on expansion. I think the good news is a Gen G joins on board. All of a sudden, a lot of other organizations want to jump on board. And so I think it'll be fun to see kind of the future as we'll see more and more teams added around the world.
Season 5's draft is on February 26th, which means it's the 5th anniversary of the NBA 2K League.
We're going to have a lot of fun of that night celebrating our 5th season. We'll talk about best draft moments ever, best outfits, hashtag NBA 2KL5. You'll see that quite a bit that night. Yeah, February 26th at 6 p.m. We'll be on Twitch and YouTube.
And a glimpse of the team as they arrive. A well-dressed and well-groomed group. The Houston Rockets making their way off the bus in anticipation of tonight's game. The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. This is it. Opening day. The DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin, thank you. And Kevin Porter Jr. has a new start with the Rockets. His game.
That was an impressive performance. David, thank you for that story. It doesn't matter if they're the two best teams in the league or the two worst. Chris, when these guys get together, they're rivals, we know, it's always fun.
Kevin, when it's a conference rivalry, it's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them free.
Here's the starting group for Houston. And for the Trailblazers, Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Richardson. And it's Vasinko in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Lillard. To the inside. Here's Covington. Lays it up and banks it in. Covington's got his team on the board to start the game for the Trailblazers.
The strength of Covington. Willing these shots in, despite the D being very aggressive.
Out to the right wing. Here's Wood. Nurkic with the block. They get it back. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Over in the corner, Lillard. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Covington trying to break free. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Got to give Nurkic props. He's gifted at staying in control, even when he's under pressure.
The pass to Wood. Here is Porter. Clock at 6. And they'll get another chance. Doesn't go for him.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Rockets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Pass to Green. Lets it go with a 3. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
3-pointer, Lillard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
Well, we talk about the clutch scoring of Damian Lillard. I'll put it in black and white. Since he entered the league in 2012, nobody has more makes in the last 20 seconds of a game to tie or go ahead. Nobody.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Rockets making the shot. Goes up the baseline. And he overshot that one, missing. For Houston, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Outside, Porter. And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. And the list of players with multiple series-clinching buzzer beaters in the playoffs, Michael Jordan and Damian Lillard.
And with a little bon voyage wave of the hand for good measure, Dame time is as real as it gets. The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now here's Covington. Nurkic the pass to Vaseko. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard way outside. That shot off the mark. And the Rockets take it the other way. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland. And no good. Good work defensively by Richardson. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
So a moment now to see the story on Yusuf Nurkic. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 11 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
Well, he can score, he can facilitate, he can pretty much do anything you need on that end.
Portis is checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Richardson. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Portis, and the layup's good off the glass.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
Now, here's Porter. Goes up at the stripe, and it's Houston with another.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Richardson outside. Lillard the pass to Vaseko, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Outside Porter. Green with the ball. Pass to Porter. Tries again. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Richardson with it. Now guarded by Porter. Lillard outside. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And Greg, with over a decade you had in the NBA, is there an opening night that you remember most?
Man, that very first time putting on that Knicks jersey. The game was in Orlando. I played 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, and I'll never forget that night.
Passes it to Tate. Rockets against Wall. The pass to Vega. Back to Wall. 5 on the clock. Basket counts.
Look at the muscle from Wall. Willing to draw some contact.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Bounce pass, Dragic. Here's Anthony. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And last year, Carmelo Anthony climbed into the top 10 all-time in scoring.
Well, I mean, he's a surefire Hall of Famer, and he may never get that NBA title, but you factor in college and international play, and there's no doubt he'll be in Springfield.
Shoot 2. He's off on the first.
Well, you know, offensively, the style of Anthony's game, I mean, it just ages well like fine wine. I mean, he can go old school, back to the basket. He can stretch you out, and he's clutch.
So he comes up empty at the line.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
Yep, it counts.
Well, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
1:51 left in the first. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Tate misses the chippy right there. Trailblazers leading by 3. Fires from deep. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Good work there as it goes.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Tate, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by McCollum.
And what a smooth release on that shot. Melo is money in the bank from there.
Here's Wall. No good off the front iron.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 5-point Portland lead. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Rivas, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
McCollum outside. Lets it fly. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, John Wall, one of the most explosive guards in the NBA, and he knows the importance of keeping teams honest with his perimeter shot.
When my jump shot's going, it opens up the floor so much more for me and my teammates and giving those guys open looks. And it's just the hard work I put in and these guys trusting and believing me of being able to knock down open shots.
Well, Greg, we've seen plenty of other players improve their jump shot during their time in the NBA.
And as he slows down with age, I think that will be the key for Wall, increasing his confidence from range.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Dragic, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. That's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. So for the Trailblazers, Vasenko's checked in, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Three-pointer, Lillard drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 8.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Pass to Wall. Pass to Wood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot goes down. Wood's got his second bucket.
And not easy getting Wood off his spot, even with contact. Still able to stay focused and balanced.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 8. All alone. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter. Singletary. He is guarded by McCollum. Count it.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Lillard against Wall. Lillard outside. To the paint. Stolen. Outside. Wall. Green deciding where to go with it. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Well, they've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage looks.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
You know, Chris, I remember back in the day, and at one point in the Western Conference, they had you, they had Tim Duncan, they had Kevin Garnett, all Hall of Famers, all so great to watch.
Yeah, we had some battles, and you can't forget about guys like Dirk Nowitzki. You had to play 2 ways then. If you were a 4, you were a 5. So David Robinson, Karl Malone, Shaq. Yeah, that was all in a week's work.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Greg at 6'5" and 200 pounds. Not the most imposing frame for Josh Richardson, but he is a quality defender.
Well, a lot of it is between the ears. I mean, the plus wingspan helps, but it's that competitive will that enables him to hold his own.
And Richardson drops them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Porter passes to Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here's Nurkic. Pass to Vasinko. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Houston. Defended by Covington. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Green up on top. 8 points for him. Just 3 to shoot.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer.
The feed to Porter. By Lillard. And finished off by Wood.
And let the big man eat. Throw it up to Wood, and he'll complete that.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Covington's got 5 now.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
There's the pass to Porter. Back to Green. Nurkic with the block.
a defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Houston in the lead. Porter looking it over. Shoots over Nurkic, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He has 6.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And, you know, we talk about how Wood has moved around the league. He also attended 3 different high schools, so he's been searching for direction for a long time.
Portis, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. The Rockets making a switch here. Here's Portis off the inbound. Nice jump shot. Good. And now Wood is laser focused, putting up all-star numbers over long stretches.
And you look at where he started compared to where he is now. Wood may be one of the most improved players we've ever seen, especially if he continues to ascend from here.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. Free throw drops for Green. And both free throws good for Green.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game's going on.
Richardson kicks to Portis. Portland moving the ball around. That's a 2 from Lillard.
What intensity on the glass from Portis. A junkyard dog. He worked so hard for the second chance opportunities.
Richardson against Porter. Pass to Vega. Outside Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Green inside the three-point line. Here's Vega. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
That free throw missing.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Rockets comes in for Damian Lillard. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Nice shot by Portis.
This speaks to how strong Portis is. It's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
Now here's Porter. He's got 6. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
He's finally got into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump.
Rockets the pass to Portis. Outside Dragic. Outside Portis. Pass to Simons. Lobs it up for Anthony. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Outside Porter. Down low, Rivas. Oh, wow. And he jams it with authority.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anfernee Simons. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
I mean, the ability of Richardson to instantly elevate your team's play is incredible. He can score, he can facilitate, whatever you need to succeed.
Here's Rivas. And it's Houston with another. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 5. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Making good decisions in screen and roll. I mean, we saw that from Richardson at Tennessee, and he's been showing it ever since he's entered the league.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Into the lane. That's tipped, and they get it back. And they're able to recover. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. For Portland, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Now, whether Portis can make the leap is still up in the air. He's young and has the potential to be really good in this league.
Outside, Wall. Over Dragic. What a performance for Bobby Portis. He has been the story so far for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll...
Carmelo, you got some real numbers off the bench in the first half.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Portland came out ready to play. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch to open it up and went on a 7-0 run to start. That lead was whittled down by the end of the quarter, leaving them up by 5 after 1. In the second period, they lost some momentum but fought their way through it, ending the half ahead by 2. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they performed. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets. And that one, good. Covington's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Portland.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Covington capable of picking the D apart.
And one of the few NBA players out of an HBCU, Robert Covington, undrafted out of Tennessee State University, has had to work for everything he's gotten in this league.
He got his feet wet in the lean years in Philly when they were really trusting the process and not a lot of flash in his game. All about determination and detail.
Passes it to Vasinko. From outside, off the mark. Rockets trail. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Rivas. It's blocked. And there's the pass to Covington. The shot from the low post is good. Covington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Porter's checked in for the Rockets. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And at 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan, Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Portland on defense. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points, and stolen by Richardson. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Lillard scanning the floor. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. To the middle, here's Fisenko. Got a piece of it. Wood against Nurkic. Green dishes to Porter. Houston moving the ball around. On the wing, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got assist number 5 here tonight. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Back to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from outside.
Got to be aware of McCollum. I mean, he's a competitor. And look, he looks for revenge in these situations.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And C.J. McCollum graduating with a bachelor's in journalism, something he's already putting to use covering the league.
He might be coming for our jobs, Greg, but, you know, his intellect is something that serves him on the court as well, studying the game and his opponents.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Good on the shot. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. McCollum with the bounce pass. 3-pointer, Simons. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And there aren't many players more reliable from 3-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
And it's off the back rim, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. The lead is 2. Here's Wood. He's got 8. Outside, Green. McCollum against Porter. Over McCollum, just 5 to shoot. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here's Pasenko. No good with the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks. His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Simons surveying the D. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Outside, Green. Right at the free throw line, and it's Houston with another.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Now a timeout called by Portland. The Trailblazers. Portis, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Dragic in for Anthony Simons. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Porter, and the basket by McCollum.
Even when you try to pressure McCollum, he stays calm. Gotta like his poise to the basketball.
McCollum against Porter. Pass to Tate. Here's Wall. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
The form, the touch. But Wall has the mid-range J on lockdown.
Pass to Anthony. Shoots over Tate. Anthony's shot is off. Rockets have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Up top, Porter. He's guarded by Dragic. That one falls. Porter's got 14.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Poked loose. And oh, here we go. Wall, nobody there. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Houston.
If you want to see how efficient the offense is running, a great stat to look at is points off assist. And they've gotten a ton of assists throughout this game.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
That's good from Wall.
And great to see Wall beat a couple major injuries. Had to attack rehab twice. Doesn't always get enough credit for his dedication to the game.
Richardson kicks to McCollum. No good again that time. Houston leading by 7. House the pass to Wall. 2 points. That one goes. Wall's got 7 points here in this quarter.
There's no let up in John Wall's attack. He makes his mind up that he's scoring, and then he just does.
McCollum outside. Back to Dragic. Passes to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. He was all alone on that one. 10 points for him.
Oh, graceful range shot by Richardson. He makes finding holes in the perimeter look rather easy.
Wall passes to Vega. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. McCollum outside. Kicks it to Dragic. Ball's knocked loose. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Rockets ahead as they end the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. See a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers trail by 8. We've got Bobby Portis. McCollum is out there with Anthony. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Lillard in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
McCollum outside. He kicks it to Lillard. Richardson dishes to Lillard. And he drives in. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Can't do a lot to stop Lillard. He's amazing at absorbing contact on these drives.
Wall against Lillard. Wall passes to Porter. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Wall against Lillard. The pass to Richardson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
There's the toughness in Curtis Richardson. Absorbing a lot of contact and powering through it.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And that one, good. 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. If you think about the skill needed to hit off-balance shots and with a hand in your face defensively, Chris, C.J. McCollum has got an awful lot in his bag of tricks, doesn't he?
But the pull-up game is something he's been doing his whole life. Now he's doing it from long range too, and that's what's the scary thing, Kevin, for the rest of this league.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portis, and Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, here's the message Stephen Silas gave to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys?
Thank you, David. Houston making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Vasenko's checked in. So it's the Rockets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 14 feet away, and that one comes up a bit short.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Porter against Richardson. outside Porter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Richardson against Porter to take the lead. Nurkic trying to get open, and it's finished off by Richardson as he lays it in. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing, not giving them an inch of space out there.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Nurkic can't hit.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
It's good. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Now Lillard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That's going to send Damian Lillard to the free throw line. That's on Jalen Green. Simons, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, whether it's on the court or in the booth, Dame Lillard will face the fire and compete. And watch what you say. Let's keep it precise.
Porter, bounce pass. He's guarded by Nurkic. Nurkic with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Shot clock at 5. Here's Porter.
By the size and intimidating presence of Nurkic, I mean, it provides on defense. It's just huge. Awesome at throwing off shooters.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Simons. Got a hand on it. The second chance effort and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. And there have always been those opponents, Chris, you don't want to fire up. I think Lillard is in that category, right?
They say don't poke the bear. Dame's not the loudest, but he will answer. Better put some respect on his name.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Green kicks to Porter. Back to Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists now in the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. You look at Jalen Green. He's really been playing well.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Jalen Green.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Here's Porter. Good, trying to free himself up. And that one's good by Porter. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Portland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's Green with the 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They trail by 6. Lillard.
And just staying connected on the defensive end. Wood was in great position there to alter that shot.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Outside Covington. Wood against Nurkic. Wood with the block.
Man, an aggressive block there by Wood. He's not going to shy away from competing defensively.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
And right now, it feels like they can't miss, but we'll see how long they can make this last.
1:44 left in the 4th. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lillard from outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Pass to Wood. Covered by Lillard. To shoot. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
A 3 ball. And another 3 for Portland.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
The way he's firing from 3 today, they ought to keep riding.
Houston moving it around. Inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Rockets.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was.
For Jalen Green.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Houston needs to get a shot off. No good there.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Lillard way outside. Lillard again missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is